Right, g'day guys, Clint here for dropshipdownunder.com.au. Today I'm going to be talking about flipping dropshipping stores for cash. All right, and now there's a few different layers of this, and so let's rip in. So basically, you can sell, like a store that's up and running, got suppliers on board, and hasn't made any sales. Right at the end of the day, this is level one, because people want to save time. And, they don't want to go through the whole hassle of finding suppliers, reaching out to suppliers, uploading products, building your store, making the beautiful logo, making the store look perfect, make it operational, optimize it, right? They're happy to just have it all set up, ready, on board, everyone's on board, nice and comfy, wrap it up in a nice little bow, and then they can move forward with it however they want, right? And that's a good way Grant and I have made a few bucks on the side, as we've gone through this whole journey. But really, at the end of the day, where you get the real value flipping websites is running them for a couple of months, making a few sales, showing a bit of, showing that they've made quite a number of sales and a bit of a track record. Obviously the niche has sort of proven itself already. Because you have made those sales, and it's got that bit of a track record. They can see the momentum building. The ads are all set up comfortably. They're all running smooth. The store's operating correctly. You fulfilled quite a number of orders, and that's when it is worth quite a lot of money, guys. More than you'd think. Even if you haven't made a huge profit, like even if you've only sold like $5 worth of gear, and you've made a profit of maybe $500 or $600. That store is still worth, sort of five to seven, maybe even $10,000 just there, right? So, if you have a store that's at that level, and you're not all about it, or you want to flip it and make some quick cash so you can reinvest in other stores, these things are worth a lot of money. People want to take on a store with a bit of track record, just so that they don't have to do it. They want to get into drop shipping, but they can't be bothered with the nuts and bolts of it, starting it. So if you've already done it and you don't mind sort of the first side of it and then flip them on, you can make a nice little side income out of that as well, guys. Okay, just the other day, Grant and I had two stores and we were going to run with them. These were our stores, but we put them on the back burner because Black Friday turned up and then Christmas just got crazy, and we had them there just sort of sitting there, and we sort of turned the ads off because I didn't want to focus on them, I didn't want to watch them, I didn't want to try and scale it. But a few people reached out to me and said, hey, have you got anything? This happens to me quite a lot because we've got our community, and they know that Grant and I have always got something on the go, but they reach out to me and say, have you got anything on the go? And I showed them these two stores. They were both making sales, and one went for $5,000, one went for $2,500. So that was just a quick $7,000 for stores that I wasn't even concentrating on at the time. And $7,500, for my VAs built the stores. I set up the ads and everything and started running them, and we started to make a few sales and generate sales. It wasn't much of my time to make that $7,500, and that's what I'm getting at, guys. Like if you do that, you can and build them up to that level. You could build multiple stores up to that level and just keep flipping them as a business model in its own right, because you're servicing people who don't want to start at the ground level. They want a store that's somewhat established, made a few sales. The niche has proven itself, and they can take it forward from there. So that's a really good little earner there. I must have sold 20 or 30 stores of similar size just like that as well over the last six years or whatever it's been. So yeah, that's really good. Lastly is when you do build them up sort of over 12 months and you've got a really, really good track record, this is where you can exit and make a really, really good earners, six-figure earners. You've got to have a decent track record over a full 12 months. But the best thing about dropshipping stores is they're hot commodities. People want to live that lifestyle, and if you think that people don't have the money to buy them, trust me, they do. Right? People, the baby boomers especially. I've sold multiple stores to baby boomers who are looking to retire or are retired and just want something to do on the side, and a bit of extra income coming through. They've got the dough. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, you can sell those stores for 20 to 30x, right? Times 20 to 30 times what it's doing net per month. Okay, so if you've got a store, for example, just for easy numbers, doing $1,000 a month, you can on-sell that store, right, for 20 to 30 grand, for sure. I mean, it's, I've flipped stores in a day at that level, but just putting them out there into the world, or putting them on with brokers. One day I've sold stores at that level. And you think about it, if you've got a store doing more like 1,000 a week, so 4,000 a month, you're looking at 100 grand plus, and onwards and upwards. So flipping stores for cash, right, is a fantastic way to one build your net worth, obviously, and reinvest money into your businesses and whatever else you got going on. But two, it's not a bad little hustles. You know what I mean? There's a lot of action in there. People want these online stores, but they don't want to do the hard graft first. So if you don't mind doing the hard yards, in the trenches kind of part of it, and then flip them on, mate, there's some money to be made. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to do this quick little video on that and give you a bit of insight to flipping websites for cash or dropshipping stores for cash. And that's it. If you want to find out more about dropshipping, if you want to just get started, check out the link below in the description. We've got some free training there. It'll give you all the basics of what we do and how we do it here in Australia. And you'll get a ton of value out of that. But other than that, give me a thumbs up if you like the vid. Make sure you subscribe and all that sort of stuff. And that's it. Keep living the dream, and we'll talk again next time. Cheers, guys.